Morning and welcome to the private conference for the procurement of consultancy or services under contract ID number 24C-HG01, conduct of subsurface exploration, preliminary detail engineering for regular infrastructure, particularly widening of permanent bridge and construction of new bridge, Palas Land Bridge and Limited Bridge, Negros Oriental Bridge District. Before we proceed, we may ask everybody to stand for a prayer to believe in one duty.
Let us bow down our heads and feel the presence of the Lord in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Father Almighty, thank you for today. Thank you for the blessings you have bestowed upon us, for the provisions and for the protection. Allow us to take victory over all the challenges and trials we encounter. May you continue to walk with us in our journey, especially in your Lord, be with us here today, this morning, to guide us to work well in this sanctification. This we ask and pray in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Good morning and welcome to the private conference for the project under contract 24 series G01, the procurement for consultancy services, in the conduct of subsurface exploration preliminary engineering for regular infrastructure, particularly widening of permanent bridge and construction of new bridge, Palas Land Bridge and Limited Bridge, with Negros Oriental and the Negros Oriental District Engineering Office. We'll have roll call first among the back. There is a forum to conduct this private conference. Back Chairman, Ms. Rolling, back Vice Chairman, Engineer Banking, back regular member, Engineer Musain, 3 out of 5. There is a forum to conduct this private conference. From the back technical working group, Ma'am Lady Matiliano on the technical aspect, Ma'am Jinky Patis on the legal aspect, Sir Rosito Rubio on the financial aspects. On the back secretariat, we have here the head of procurement unit, back secretariat, Engineer Nilo Matoro, Engineer Vincent Cabonilas, Engineer Lucien Silva, and Jan Cabosali. The observers were invited at the following: COA representative, Paris representative, PIC representative, Channel Incorporated representative, and Dr. Carlo in Batalia, the president of Crime Corruption Watch International. All of them were invited but are not around and may be watching in our YouTube. Would like to remind our everybody that only the shortlisted bidders who undergone or submitted undergone eligibility screening from this office are only allowed to participate in this procurement activity. We have 2 shortlisted bidders. The RC session, Environmental Management Consultancy Services and Terms Concrete Testing, were shortlisted last April 2024 after they submitted their eligibility documents. Now, the procedure in submitting your bid proposal, you have 2 envelopes. One envelope containing your technical requirements first envelope containing your technical requirements, the requirements are the following. Bid security, either in cash or manager check, bank or bankrupt or granted or irrevocable retail of credit, security bond, callable upon demand, and bid securing declaration. Second requirement is the organizational charge for the contract to be bid. Third, list of completed and ongoing projects. Fourth, approach, work plan, and schedule. Fifth, list of personnel to be assigned to the contract to be bid with their complete qualifications and experience data. Six, a sworn statement by the prospective bidder or its duly authorized representative in the form prescribed by the GPPB as per the following. It is not blacklisted or barred from bidding by the GOP or any of the agencies. Each of the documents can submitted in satisfaction of the bidding requirement is authentic. Copy of the original, complete, and all statements and information provided are true and correct. It is authorizing the head of the program entity or his duly authorized representative to verify all the documents submitted. The signatory is the duly authorized representative of the prospective bidder and granted full power and authority to do, execute, and perform any and all acts necessary and to represent the prospective bidder in the bidding with the duly authorized secretary certificate attesting to such fact. If the prospective bidder is a corporation, partnership, cooperative, or joint venture, it complies with the disclosure provision under Section 47 of the Act in relation to other provisions of RA 2019. It complies with the responsibilities of the prospective bidder or eligible bidder provided in the pre-Philippine bidding documents. It complies with existing labor laws and standards. It is aware of and undertaking the following responsibilities as a bidder. Carefully examine the whole bidding documents, acknowledge all conditions affecting the implementation of the contract, make an estimate of facilities available needed for the contract, inquire or secure supplemental fulfillment issues for the contract. It complies with the provision of the payment of commission fees. So therefore, any missing document in the above mentioned checklist is drawn for rejection of your bid. That is for the technical requirements. So again, they would like to reiterate the checklist of the technical requirements for envelope number 1 containing your technical envelope. First is the bid security in the prescribed form, amount, and validity period. Second is the organizational charge for the contract to be bid. Third, list of completed and ongoing projects. Fourth, approach, work plan, and schedule. Fifth, list of persons to be assigned to the contract to be bid with their complete qualification and experience data. 6. The source statement by the prospective bidder or its duly authorized representative in the form prescribed by the GPPB as per the following. A source statement containing the following. It is not blacklisted or barred from bidding by the GOP or any of the agencies of the City Corporation or LGUs, including foreign government or international financing institutions whose blacklisting rules have been recognized by the GPPB. Letter B, each of the documents submitted in satisfaction of the bidding requirements is authentic copy of the original, complete, and all statements and information provided are true and correct. Letter C, it is authorizing the head of the procuring entity or his duly authorized representative to verify all the documents submitted. The signatory is the duly authorized representative of the prospective bidder and granted full power and authority to do, execute, and perform any and all acts necessary and or to represent the prospective bidder in the bidding with the duly notarized secretary certificate attesting to such fact if the prospective bidder is a corporation, partnership, cooperative, or joint venture. Letter E, it complies with the disclosure provision under Section 47 of the Act in relation to other provisions of RE 3019. Letter F, it complies with the responsibilities of the prospective bidder or eligible bidder provided in the PBDs. It complies with existing labor laws and standards. Letter H, it is aware of and has undertaken the following responsibilities as a bidder. First, carefully examine all bidding documents. Second, acknowledge all conditions affecting the implementation of the contract. 3. Make an estimate of facilities available and needed for the contract. 4. Inquire or secure supplemental P-quality inspection for the contract. Last, it complies with the provision against payment of commissions/fees. So, any missing document in the above-mentioned checklist is a ground for rejection of your bid. So, the procedure for technical envelope, you put that in one envelope, inside one envelope, and the envelope must be labeled with the name of the contract to be bid. For the technical proposal, envelope must be labeled with the name of the contract to be bid and the name of the bidder in capital letters, addressed to the chairperson of the back, and the bidder shall mark the said envelope do not open before the date and time of opening of bids. That is for the technical envelope. And then your financial proposal, you put that in one envelope, the second envelope, and then the first envelope containing your technical proposal and the second envelope containing your financial proposal, all must be sealed. And both envelopes shall then be put in an outer envelope, which shall be sealed and addressed to the chairperson of the bank for consulting services. The financial proposal shall likewise be marked with a warning, do not open with the technical proposal. So the technical proposal must be opened first before the financial proposal. And this outer envelope must be marked with do not open with the technical proposal or financial proposal envelope. So these two envelopes containing your technical and financial must be put in an outer envelope and then put there, do not open before the date and time of opening of bids. So the procedure in the evaluation, we will use the quality cost-based evaluation of your bids. And then as per bid bulletin, the amended provision of the bidding documents was that the technical proposal is 65% and then the financial proposal is 35%, which amended the current provision of the technical proposal of 70% as well as the financial proposal of 30%. So now the amended provision is that the technical proposal is 65% and the financial proposal is 35%. So the BAC will evaluate your bid proposal using the quality cost-based evaluation before we can determine the winning bidder. So the term of reference for this particular project in the conduct of subsurface exploration preliminary detail engineering for regular infrastructure widening of permanent bridge and construction of new bridge, Palaslan Bridge and La Libertad Bridge under Negros Oriental First District Engineering Office with an approved budget for the contract of 1,440,000 pesos. I'd like to read the terms of reference. The background, the DPWH is implementing widening of permanent bridge for CY 2025. In line with this, a geotechnical investigation is required to provide important data necessary in the design of foundation for the mentioned construction in basis with the department's quality policy to provide quality and safe infrastructure for the improvement of the lives of every Filipino. The DPWH technical investigation, which includes field and laboratory testing, is used to determine the surface and subsurface condition. This process is essential to gather samples necessary for the detailing of the structure. This is to allow the department to further enhance the design for widening and construction of bridges. The DPWH through the DEO in the Negros Oriental intends to conduct of subsurface explorations, preliminary detail engineering for regular infrastructure, widening permanent bridge, construction of new bridge, Palaslan and La Libertad Bridge, Negros Oriental First District with an approved budget for the contract of 1,440,000 pesos. The objective is to determine the soil bearing capacity of the proposed projects. Project scope. The proposed projects are the subject of subsurface soil exploration work, including geotechnical report. Proposed project, Palaslan Bridge. Location, Tayasan, Negros Oriental. Number of boreholes, 2. Second proposed project is La Libertad Bridge. Location, La Libertad, Negros Oriental. Number of boreholes, 6. Scope of services. The consultant shall be responsible for carrying out the necessary subsurface soil exploration works in respect to the project stated. After receipt of the notice to proceed, the consultants shall coordinate with the planning and design section as well as the quality assurance section, Negros Oriental First District Engineering Office, particularly on the site of the project. Upon completion of the subsurface exploration work activities, the consultant shall submit their final report containing geological reports to Negros Oriental First District Engineering Office. The consultant shall be responsible for the reliability of the report presented. The services: subsurface soil exploration work. Location: before the conduct of subsurface soil exploration work, the consultant shall coordinate with the DPW's Negros Oriental First District Engineering Office for proper coordination on the location of the project. Scope of project: the consultant shall provide all the labor, instrument, equipment, materials, and supplies, vehicles, bunkhouses, etc., necessary to perform satisfactorily the subsurface exploration herein required. B. Drilling and sampling. Letter B. Standard penetration test, SPT. Letter C. Water level measurements. Letter D. Laboratory testing and analysis. Letter A. Letter E. Preparation and submission of reports. The consultant shall be held solely responsible for the result of this boring, drilling, exploration, and other activities under terms of reference. Detailed exploration requirements, specifications, drilling and sampling, location and number of one borehole at each abutment and one borehole at each pier, a total of 8 boreholes. Depth of boring. Again, number 2, depth of boring shall be equal to the 30 meters or extend if necessary, depending on the soil classification. I would like to repeat, depth of borings shall be equal to the 30 meters or extend if necessary, depending on the soil classification. Third procedure: in sand, clay, and silt materials, the borehole shall be advanced by the wash boring method in between sampling section using side discharge chopping bits whenever necessary. Insize casing shall be utilized. The wash section shall be cleaned thoroughly before its sampling run, ensuring, however, that the underlying soil is not disturbed. Sampling that shall be done at 1.5 meters interval, or as directed by the DPWH in accordance with ASTM 1586, using 50 centimeter split cone sampler in a soft cohesive layer. The stored sample using 10-volt tube samplers shall be core drilling. Shall be carried out by the diamond rotary drill method in Webley rock formation. Core samples shall be undertaken wherever solid information is encountered. Cores shall be placed in core boxes, arranged and labeled in accordance to date as soon as these are extracted from the boreholes. Equipment: drilling machine. The consultant shall utilize at least one drilling machine and set up at the project site. The drilling machine shall be in good working condition and shall be of such capacity as to maintain satisfactory progress of work. The bits: the consultant shall have a sample supply of different types of bits to adapt to varying conditions. Bottom discharge and step bits shall also be available. Core barrels: double tube swivel type core barrels in good condition and obtaining Maximum core recovery shall be used. The kissing. The consultant shall, at his own expenses and responsibility, provide casings as required to ensure the stability of the borehole walls. The casing shall be at least in size and shall be in good condition. After a hole has been finished, the casing shall be retrieved. Handling and store of samples. The consultant shall provide all the materials, equipment, and labor necessary for preserving samples. The standard penetration test is PT. The test shall be carried out through ordinary soil encountered to the depths specified above. Standard penetration test shall be performed using 5 cm or 2 inches outside diameter split spoon sampler driven by a 63.6 kg or 140 pounds hammer falling 76 cm or 30 inches at 1.5 meter interval or closer if necessary. Water level measurements. The water level shall be measured daily before and after whenever encountered in a borehole. Laboratory testing analysis. The preparation of samples for testing shall be made in accordance with ASHTO. The following tests shall be made on samples obtained from the split spoon analysis. Visual soil description, mechanical analysis as to designation T88, liquid limit, plastic limit, and plasticity index as to designation T89 and T90. Group index and soil classification, use unified soil classification. Report output deliverables. Final report. The consultant shall prepare the final report containing geological, geotechnical reports and analysis in 3 bound copies and 1 soft copy in DVD to be submitted to Negros Oriental First District Engineering Office 36 calendar days from the commencement of work and or at the termination of the contract. The final report shall not be limited to the following. Letter A, field investigation and methodology. Letter B, borehole drilling and sampling. Letter C, laboratory testing. Letter D, final boring logs. Letter E, financial laboratory test results. Letter F, borehole location plan. Letter G, soil profile along the structure showing boring drilling logs. Letter H, soil liquefaction investigation report. Letter I, soil bearing capacity. Letter G, soil strength test. Letter K, detailed discussion of the results of geological and geotechnical investigation and laboratory testing. Letter L, recommendation. Foundation type and required geotechnical parameter for design. Other data to be submitted by the consultant along with the final report are the following. Boring logs. Job, boring, roll number, date, time, boring, drilling, foreman, supervisor. Second, weather condition. Third, date of boring at the start of the day. 4, water level increasing at the start of the day. 5th, method of penetration and flushing system. 6, description of soil strata encountered. 7, depth of soil boundaries. 8, size, type, and depth of samples and sample number. 9, type and depth of in situ testing. 10, standard presentation test resistance, the N value. 11, recovery ratios of samples. 12, detailed notes on boring, drilling procedure, kissing, sizes, and resistance to driving, description of wastewater or spoil from bowling, drilling tools. 13, depth of boring at the end of the day. And 14, other relevant information such as RQD, percent for recovery. Photographs. Photographs showing the borehole drilling or sampling at its proposed site shall be taken by the consultant and incorporated in the report. Photograph shall be taken at each borehole location depicting the following: equipment use, core drilling operation, water level measurements, performance of SPT and shell by tube sampling, all cores in the core boxes, SPT and shell by tube samples. Date photographs was taken. Implementation. Key experts qualification and requirements. The following experts, professional and their members shall be required to carry out the consulting services for the project and should have appropriate educational degree, relevant training, and adequate years of experience in the conduct of subsurface soil exploration. The position or the key staff, senior materials engineer, the detailed task responsibilities, overall guidance, direction, supervision, and coordination of the members of the team. Required qualification, registered licensed civil engineer with specialization in the field of geotechnical engineering, and second, at least 10-year experience on geotechnical investigation. Geotechnical engineer, second position or second case staff. Geotechnical engineer, the detailed task responsibilities. Responsible for conducting geotechnical investigations, gathering information, and reporting results of investigation and evaluation. The qualification is must be a registered licensed civil engineer with specialization in the field of geotechnical engineering, at least 5-year experience on geotechnical investigation. The consultant shall provide technical and administrative support staff as may require. The contract period. The consultant's contract period for undertaking the terms of reference in the conduct of exploration shall be 36 calendar days, and the consultant shall commence work after receipt of the notice to proceed. Assistance to be provided by the client. The DPWA shall ensure that the consultant has access to all relevant information necessary to the performance of the above services. The consultant is expected to provide office space and equipment and all other resources for completing the service. Those are the terms of reference. So, before, after this proceed, before going to the project site, I would like to remind our leaders or the winning bidder to please come to this office for the pointing of the location of the soil exploration. So, like to inform that for the contract ID 24 CSG 6HG01, the conduct of subsurface exploration, preliminary engineering for regular infrastructure, widening permanent bridge, and construction of new bridge, Balaslan, and that's all of Negros Oriental First District Engineering Office, when approved budget for the contract of 1,440,000. The submission and receipt of your bids will be on Okay. The deadline for submission and receipt of your bids will be on or before April 17, 2024, on or before 11 o'clock in the morning, and late bids shall not be accepted. Sorry, no, yun. So would like to remind again our prospective bidders that the submission and receipt of your bids will be on April 17, on or before April 17, 2024, on or before 11 o'clock in the morning. And at 1 o'clock is the opening of your bids. So, the procedure, the first containing your technical envelope must be put inside in one envelope and properly sealed that one, and with the name, contract ID, the name of your firm, and the name of this office. And for the second envelope containing your financial proposal must be put in another envelope, in one envelope, and properly sealed that one. And these two envelopes containing your technical and financial proposal must be put in one envelope, which is you put there the original financial and original technical, original financial, and also submit a copy 1 as well as a copy 2. The same procedure, and put that in one envelope, properly sealed the envelope, and then on the front is the name of the project, the contract ID, the name of your firm, the name of our office. So we'd like to remind again that the receipt and the submission and receipt of your bids will be on or before April 17, 2024, and on or before 11 o'clock in the morning. And at 1 o'clock is the opening of your bids. I would like to remind our prospective bidders, the shortlisted bidders, that we will use the quality cost bid evaluation of your bids. Since our prospective bidders maybe are watching us in our YouTube, you cannot ask questions about the implementing section. Do you have any issues, concerns, or any additional inputs? Since none, the BAC declares this private conference adjourned. Thank you. Happy Easter.